This 26 Sports high school basketball presentation is presented by Cadillac Casting Incorporated.
Welcome back, Cadillac High School. Jay Simon alongside Kevin Gregory. Madam Director is Hannah Crouch, and our camera crew, Wyatt Van Dynen, Dakota Pike, and Leanna Carr, learning the ropes tonight, doing a fine, fine job bringing you these shots here. Our girls basketball game of the week. Manistee Chippewas have a 24-17 lead over the Cadillac Vikings as the third quarter about to get underway. Got a marked view of the Cadillac News sighting.
It's in his uniform. It's in his America uniform.
He just gave something to a group of fans, and they're going nuts. Must have been candy. I think it was chocolate. That's what it was.
Mark, stop giving
to the JV Vikings. He must have gave them some chocolate or something. I can't believe Mark gave that up.
I know they weren't excited over his autograph. I'll tell you that much.
Vikings with the ball to start this quarter. Michaela Johns, baseline jumper, smooth. As Stuart Scott would say, cool as the other side of the pillow.
Cool as the other side of the pillow. Man, it is smooth. I mean, it's just a sweet shot. 10 to 15 feet. That's her area, man. So that's what they want to do is get her the ball to allow her that opportunity to be successful.
Hypaka gets it topside to Thompson. Looking inside for Burns. Tapped away by Johns, but Hypaka will come up with it. Emily Cott to sister Natalie Cott, the junior. Chippewas showing some solid patience here. Somehow got that pass in. John's got a piece of it. And there's the turnover as Johns gets a paw on that ball. Just underway, 6:50 to go here in the third quarter.
Ooh, a little 1-3-1 for Manistee.
24-19, Manistee with the lead. Inside to Christensen, who creates some space, can't finish. Emily Cott pulls down the weak side board.
Great job facing the basket on her pivot foot. That was not a travel and just didn't finish, but really good job.
Thompson for three.
Is that the third different girl that hit a three-pointer today?
The other one that you thought was a three was a very long two.
Gotcha.
8 points for Emily Thompson, the senior.
You got to combat this with the two-guard front. If you're Cadillac on a 1-3-1 defense, you want to have two guards out top.
Emmington amidst the trees. Now inside for Christensen. Too strong again. Johns with the rebound. Vikings will reset. 27-19, Manistee with the lead, and there's a steal by Thompson. Hypaka will pull it out. Emily Cott over to sister Natalie. Right-handed drive, and the lane is good. (29-19), Manistee. Klein Sorge thought about it, out to John. She'll try three ball and drains it. I think she's got that range. She just needs a little time. And that time they gave it to her. She's got 5 in the quarter.
Great point. Great point. I was going to say the same thing, that give her time to set up that jump shot of hers. Ooh, cheapy end. That is a foul. That's the second one that she's gotten now, reaching from behind like that. Sometimes you just let the girl catch it in the post and play straight up. But yes, to your point about Michaela, you give her a few seconds to set that jumper up smooth.
Madam Director doing a lot in the truck. It's 29-22 as there's a steal by Emmington. She'll get that caught up, we promise. Johns up top for Emmington. Christensen, who's hit a three in this game. This is Little inside for Christensen, who comes back to the right hand, can't finish. Thought she would go to the left there, Kevin, and might have gotten the easier shot and still drawn the foul, but in any case, she'll get 2 freebies.
Yep, you're right. We were just hitting on that point early in the game, too, saying that
she's
can put it
proficient
up.
with it. Yeah.
She can put it up from both sides. But in this 1-3-1 that Manistee's come out with in the second half, what you want to do is you want to have Hope and Alexis Little out on top. You want to have one of your people, probably Klein Sorge, at the free throw line. Then you want to have a nice high-low set with Christensen and Michaela Johns on the other wing, spreading that out. That's how you attack that 1-3-1.
Christensen converts 1 of 2. It's a 29-23 Chippewa lead. Emily Cott, 4.5 to go here in the third quarter. Swung around, Thompson. Cott down low to Burns. One move against Christensen, who holds her ground. Can't really go after that, but does a nice job defensively, and the Vikings are going to come up with it.
That should have been a fun matchup to watch today, is Christensen versus Emma Burns. Both those girls battling hard tonight.
As we see a little full court pressure now from the Chippewas, Kevin.
Mixing it up.
Nice look. Oh, Piles can't get the bunny to go. As the Vikings got a good look. There's Johns with a nice deflection. Emily Cott, though, gets it back. And no. Back to Emily Cott. And Johns rips the rebound down.
Both teams broke the other team's press very well and got great looks. Just didn't finish it, but, you know, good job by Hope Emmington on one end and Emily Cott on the other, getting the ball to their people in position for an easy shot. I'm sure both teams would like to have those back.
3:40 to go here in the third. Piles, Johns on the interior, and they're going to call it for the travel as she was trying to make a move. Coach Johns indicating she felt Michaela had been held, and that's what forced the travel. But
there's just a level of comfort that Michaela has when her back is not to the basket.
And conversely, a little bit of uncomfortableness when her back is to the basket. She's definitely more comfortable facing up, without question. There's Burns with a long two and drains it.
Wow.
Emma Burns has 8. 3:10 to go, 31-23, Manistee. Little over Burns, uses the glass.
It's about my third or fourth girls game now, and that's what Little does. She's their slasher. She's the one that's going to get you a little spark plug, take it to the rack, finish strong, and one earlier, and a good finish right there.
Emily Cott, little hesitation. Kick out. And Haipaka uses every inch of the rim, but it won't go in. And then Thompson on the interior with the rebound and putback. 5 in the quarter, 10 for the game for Thompson. And with 2.5 to go in the third, it's an 8-point Chippewa lead. Little to Piles.
See, that's kind of what we were talking about earlier. No need to get nervous right there. And I know Pile's not their primary ball handler, but you get the ball top of the key. If it's not there, you don't have to throw it. Just because the person cuts and has their hand up, that's what they're supposed to do. Doesn't necessarily mean you have to try and force it in there, especially with the active hands of the Chippewas.
Emmington uses a Johns pick. Picks up her dribble. Johns with a nice flash inside the free throw line, and there's the reset you talk about, Kevin.
Yeah, perfect. You know, if it's not there, kick it back out, work some clock.
Piles against the double team. Can't get it to go. Johns, though, will draw the foul on Schaefer and go to the line for a couple.
Successful trip with a chance to get a couple at the free throw line because you took your time, had a ball reversal, had an entry pass, a kick out, and another entry pass. That's what we're talking about. And I know that you know that Mary Kay Johns knows all that. It's just getting the execution done, right?
Absolutely. As Michaela Johns, like every other great shooter I know with one exception, for some reason, sometimes the free throw line when you're stationary just doesn't work. And like every other great shooter, she finds the rhythm with the second one. Yes, you're the exception. 33-26.
I wasn't going to say it, but I mean, everybody knew.
Chippewas with the lead. Emily Cott, 3-ball, way off the mark.
For me, I always hear announcers, and I never understood this. At the college and the pro level, they always say that if a person has the ball, if a right-handed shooter takes a couple dribbles to their left and pulls up, that's a harder shot. For me, it's always been taking a dribble or two with your right hand and putting up a long-range shot like Emily Cott just did. That's the more difficult shot. So, going to your right hand as a right-handed shooter, probably not the shot she wanted.
Yeah. We're going to get an offensive foul on the Vikings on Piles, perhaps clearing some space on the interior. Minute 28 to go here in the third, and just to get back to your point, Kevin, I agree 120%.
Yeah.
I am way more comfortable dribbling with the left, bringing it to the right, and shooting than I am dribbling with the right and trying to come up to shoot with that hand.
Yeah.
Natalie Cott showing the behind-the-back dribble. You think there were some dribbling exercises done when they were in elementary school? And now we're going to get a foul on the Chippewas for an over-aggressive pick.
I'm going to call that a makeup call. I don't think either one of them. But I'm not a referee, and they do a fantastic, phenomenal job. Hats off to them tonight. I'm just saying that was a makeup call. But, yes, to your point about the ball handling drills, there's 3 or 4 girls on Manistee team that they got some handles. Any one of them could run the offense. 2
hardest jobs in the universe, Kevin?
I already know. Being a mom, being a ref, and you don't
want anything to do with either one of them. Minute 5 to go here in the third. Klein Sorge against Natalie Cott. Finds Piles. And there's a tap away and a steal. But Grace Chandler unable to reel it in. So the Vikings will get another shot at it. Emmington luckily had established the right as the pivot foot. Now we're going to get a foul on the interior again. This time it's going to be against the Chippewas.
Well, 48 seconds to go. Cadillac can find a bucket here and pull within 5 before the end of the fourth. They can come up with a defensive stand. Kind of right there where I be.
Against Schaefer, and that's her third. She'll come out of the game. As Erin Dorn, the lone freshman on either roster, checks in. Michaela Johns comes back into the game for the Vikings. Johns. And she will draw the foul. As 2 refs quickly found that. Hey, have you noticed that our officiating crew are 3 very handsome men?
Yes, I did. You know what the common denominator between those 3 handsome men are?
Not a single hair on top of their heads.
This is a follically challenged crew, and I appreciate that.
That's exactly right. I wish I knew their names now just so I could give them credit for that. Bill Dooley would have their names.
Their names are Dollar, Shave, and Club.
Michaela Johns drains them both. It's a 33-28 Chippewa lead. Vikings just won't go away. Dorn to Natalie Cott. Swung around for Thompson. Inside to Burns against Christensen. Lays it up and in. And Christensen having to be careful. Burns taking advantage. 25 seconds to go here in the third. Klein Sorge will put it on the deck. Trying to find Johns, and it's tapped away. Here comes Natalie Cott against Emmington. Can't finish. Klein Sorge with another board. 9 seconds. Klein Sorge dribbling up. Has Emmington. Couldn't see her. She'll fire from 15. Christensen at the buzzer. No. 35-28 is our score. 3 quarters in the books. Final 8 minutes coming. Thanks to Cadillac Casting Incorporated and Pizza Plus for their support. It's the girls basketball game of the week here on My News 26 Sports. Back in a moment.